Okay, I think that we got the listeners here, we got speaker here. So I think that we are good to go now. Yeah. So hello, Polkadot community. I'm Anna from Polkadot Insider, and today I'm just so happy and excited to dive deeper together with you guys about a very special project, which is Polkadot Blockchain Academy, the classroom-based educational program covering the conceptual underpinnings and the hands-on application of blockchain technology using Polkadot and Substrate as foundations. Founded by Gavin Wood, the academy is run by leading engineers and researchers from the Polkadot ecosystem, Parity Technologies, and Web3 Foundation. Yeah, and a lot more about Academy students, so stay tuned to the end if you want to find out more. Yeah, and in case you first know about us, Polkadot Insider, so we are a channel updating news, data analytics, real-time data, and project research to support retail investors' views when they invest in the Polkadot ecosystem. Yeah, so going through the MS session today, I'm just so honored to have a detailed conversation with Ms. Alexandra, one of the core team members from Polkadot Blockchain Academy, who's going to share with us what is so amazing about Academy, what can we get from there, and also what are some upcoming things that we're supposed to catch up with the Academy. Yeah, so no more waiting, no more introduction. Let's get into it, everyone. Okay, so firstly, could you introduce a little bit about yourself, your background, and also a quick overview of what is Polkadot Blockchain Academy is about?
Yes, of course. Thank you very much for the introduction. So welcome everybody. Great to have you all here in the room. My name is Alexandra and I'm the Communications Community Manager at the Academy. And I've been with the Academy from the very onset, so from the very start when the first wave has been created. So just a quick introduction to the Academy. So the Polkadot Blockchain Academy is an academic program and has already been said, it was founded by Gavin Wood, designed to train the next generation of top blockchain engineers. So basically, it's a highly intensive academic experience where we bring great minds together in an in-classroom experience and dive deeper into the topic of blockchain and cryptography. We talk about economics principles and game theory, and then of course also talk about Substrate and Polkadot. It's a very intensive experience, and of course it provides the developers with the necessary skills for them to really become a brilliant Web3 engineers at the end of the program.
Wow, that's a really nice kickoff, Miss. Thank you so much. And now we are down to hear more about the Academy. Yeah, so we kind of want to know what really inspired you guys to build the Polkadot Blockchain Academy. What is the biggest purpose behind this one?
Yes, sure. So the vision of the Academy was something that presented itself through Gavin Wood. So it was his vision to create this academic program because there's really a lot of the new disciplines in the blockchain space. There's a lot of noise, and really one needs to have architects and developers who understand the core of the technology. So not only being able to build, but also understand what we're building and why we're building. And one of the quotes that I'm using quite often for one of our alumni, which I think really represents very well how the Academy is transformation for a lot of the developers, is that, and this person has come already from the Polkadot ecosystem, is saying, I used to know how to drive the car, but now I know how it's built. So it really goes into the fundamentals, all the necessary aspects that you need to understand why we're building with this technology. And basically our mission is to grow the number of top tier technical contributors. And the initial vision of the Academy was really to increase and train core blockchain developers. And this is what we have done with the two previous waves that have taken place in Cambridge, actually just a year ago. So we are officially 1 year old, and also in Buenos Aires following that. And as we evolved, our also curriculum evolves. And actually this time around, we are now finishing finishing the first week of wave 3. And in this wave, what is new that we have introduced a founders track. So it's for technical founders who are at the beginning of the journey. So looking at different protocols, asking themselves the question, how should they build, which venture should they build, will the project grow, and really providing them with the necessary technical education to kick their projects off the ground. So we're very excited that we're now targeting two different audiences in the same. They share part of the curriculum, and then also have separate tracks for them. And yes, so this is what's happening now for us at the Academy, and really excited about it.
Yeah, we kind of really see your point here, as we all know that in such a dynamic and ever-changing industry, education is getting more and more important. It's really complicated, it's confusing somehow to the developers, to the technology developers sometimes. So it's kind of a good news for them. And yeah, we really appreciate all the efforts that the Polkadot Blockchain Academy has done so far. And yeah, so let's get into it to know more about it. So you kind of mentioned about a curriculum, and we know that there are 8 modules with divided sections. So how long does it take for the students to finish the whole program, and also why was the curriculum designed in such a way?
Yes, so yes, there are 8 modules, starting with cryptography, economics and game theory, blockchain, and then we go into substrate, frame, etc. And the overall duration is 5 weeks. And really, the way the curriculum is structured is to give the right grounding in the various disciplines, so that the developers go away with the necessary knowledge to start building. And that's the whole purpose. So, and we have seen it also with those who have graduated, is that developers leave the academy and they are able to build straight away when they join ecosystem teams. And actually, the word academy in the title of the program is not just a fancy word. We really take our curriculum seriously, and we are an academic program. So we have a combination of lectures, but also hands-on exercises. So the students sit in a classroom. So it's a little bit like going back to the university and interacting with the lecturers, with the peers, having group exercises, having individual exercises and assignments. So it really is designed in a way to give the developers a really strong foundation to really understand why we are building in this space. And what is also very exciting for us is the extraordinary opportunity to learn from the blockchain developers themselves. So actually the coders, those people who build the blockchain, who code, they're actually there on stage presenting and teaching. And also goes back to the point that the blockchain space is ever evolving and things are changing, and we have already seen it in last year, how we had to adapt our curriculum to the changes, especially in the XCM model. So it really makes sure that the students get the latest about the Polkadot technology. And of course, we have certain curriculum for aspects like cryptography and economics, and we have a very fun auction game as well as part of it, which more or less are set. They're not changing that much, but we're making sure that we revise the curriculum every time before each wave, so that it's really up to date each time.
Yeah, I think that's very, very smart way that can help the children to acquire the knowledge from low to high, and to help them not to overwhelm with so much knowledge at a time, but help them to acquire it in a very effective way, in a very successful way. And I think that's very amazing. And as you mentioned, it's really the place that the talented developers belong to. And I bet there's gonna be a lot of great networking there, a lot of partnership can happen from there, and that's really amazing. So we kind of curious, among a lot of benefits you just mentioned, so what do you think are the core opportunities, the core benefits that only the students from the academy have?
Yes, that's a very good question. So, of course, there are a lot of online blockchain courses out there, and they're in different length, focusing on different modules and aspects. But to our knowledge, this is really the most rigorous and comprehensive and in-person training that's out there at the moment in the blockchain space. And this in-person aspect of it is something that's not easily replicable in other programs, and it's very important for us because, as you also mentioned just now, is this networking aspects, which is invaluable. Our students form friendships and partnerships for life after this community. They go and form projects together. We have some that start projects and hire others from the academy to work together. They keep in touch. They go on conferences together. They speak together on stage. There's so much wealth that comes from that in-person experience, and you have 5 weeks very intense, seeing each other every day, working together. And of course, it really builds very strong bonds. But not only between the peers, but also between the instructors. So having the instructors, having the builders there, being able to give you immediate feedback on whatever you're doing, whatever question you have, or whatever problem with the code you had, or however you want to go deep into it, is really invaluable. And also what the students have insight to is the thinking process of the engineers. So the engineers who build this technology, they're explaining to you the thinking process. And you actually, as a student, can also challenge. So on the other side, the instructors, what they really like is interacting with the students, because instructors learn a lot. They can see how this material lands with the students. And the students, because we have really talented developers who come to us, they also challenge the instructors to ask uncomfortable questions and then have debates. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, the atmosphere in the classroom is really, really electric. And it's really provides that whole depth to the program where you wouldn't be able to get. So really the curriculum, the combination of the experts there, the combination of being able to go really deep into all these subjects, get immediate feedback, and especially for those, for our aspiring founders now, being able to be there and get immediate feedback on the projects, on the idea of whether something is technically viable or not, is absolutely invaluable. And of course, the community aspect that goes with the students absolutely for life.
That's really, really amazing. I mean, I can already imagine how interesting, how great it is to be around with experts, founders, and so, I mean, in general, the ones that have the same passion as the blockchain lovers and the Web3 lovers who want to build something on top of the blockchain. I mean, it's really amazing to be in such environment, and only BPA can offer that. And yeah, how fantastic it is. Yeah. So we got through about the information about Academy, how does it work and what is it working for, but we haven't known how to get in it. So can you share more about the process to applying to the Academy?
Yes, absolutely, gladly so. So firstly, the criteria is that, of course, one needs to be a developer. But no prior blockchain knowledge is required. So actually we have a lot of Web2 developers who are aspiring to be Web3 developers coming to the program. And of course, Web3 developers who are already building in the space are also benefiting quite a lot from it. So we have those who are actually starting and building in the parachain teams come to the Academy as well, getting in absolutely amazing time with the deep dive with the curriculum too. So one of the first criteria, as is expected, is to really have a good knowledge of Rust. So we have a Rust entrance exam that is sent to those who apply, and it's really a necessary step, not only to see your Rust skills, but also for you to succeed within the Academy. So if you're thinking about applying to the Academy, start working now, making sure that your Rust skills are really in a good shape. And actually on our website, polkadotacademy.com, in the frequently asked questions section, we have some recommendations where to start in terms of the material. So there's the Rust programming language book, there's the Rustings exercises, that when you go through that, you actually are prepared for the entrance exam and for the academy as well. And of course, after the entrance exam, there's also an interview process. So it is a very rigorous, not an easy interview process and to get in. And one of the reasons is because we have so many applications, and it's for a few places that we have. So at the moment we have about 70 places for each wave. We have 10 times as many or sometimes more applications coming from all around the world. So we're having to make very tough decisions on that each time.
Wow, that's kind of intense somehow. Yeah, we kind of know a lot of applications, so we need kind of, a classification process. It must be good. Yeah, to have a, student, standard student. Yeah, it's definitely gotta understand. Yeah, but everyone, if your passion is big enough, your attempt is big enough, you can, and you're a developer, you blockchain lovers, you can definitely be a part of the academy. So do not hesitate. Yeah, I know you can do it. Yeah. So for the achievements, yeah, until now we got the third wave. Yeah, so can you share more about this milestone? And is it still available to register into this wave?
So we are in the middle of wave 3, which is taking place in Berkeley, California. So we actually are moving each time. So we used our first wave was in Cambridge, then in Buenos Aires, now in Berkeley. So at the moment, the application process for this particular wave are closed because we're already in the middle of it. So it wouldn't be fair for new students to come in, and we are at capacity for this one. But definitely we'll be opening applications for the future waves very soon. So do look out for that, and apply as soon as we have opened the application process. And in terms of the achievements, yes, we're really, really happy to see so many students who have passed through those two waves of the academy. So the Cambridge and Buenos Aires one, we had about 130 students who have enrolled into the program. About 98 of them have graduated. So we're really seeing that a lot of them have found a home within the Polkadot ecosystem. Some have started projects of their own. We have two who have joined the Substrate Builders program. We have one who is actually already in the Polkadot fellowships. Really proud of all of these achievements. And of course, in addition to the technical excellence that the students take away with them for the academy, I think also the community aspect is so important for us as also the organizers, and to see how transformative the academy has been for the students. So having feedback to say that, the 1 month at the academy was more than a whole year in a computer science degree, or to hear your students say that, I've gained faith in the education and this is really the first diploma that I've received and I'm really proud of it, is really fulfilling. And also what comes out of it, and we've addressed it several times in this discussion, is the community aspect. And really, I would like to give one example that recently has happened at the Decoded conference, which really gives to show how strong the community is coming out of the academy. So we had one of our alumni doing a presentation at Decoded, and it was getting late. The whole agenda shifted. It was already 8 o'clock, so everybody was tired after a full day of lectures. It was hot, but still the student was doing the presentation, and nearly all of the alumni who were present there at the event went to support him. And I can tell you, the atmosphere in that lecture, in that presentation was amazing, was the best one, because everybody supported and clapping and cheering him on, and there were some technical issues, but never mind. And you can really see that camaraderie that comes out of it is absolutely really invaluable to everybody of them, because they're there supporting each other and making sure that each one succeeds. And they build such a strong network, and we have a channel separately for all of the alumni where they can ask questions when we have events, online and offline events afterwards for the alumni. And it's really, really amazing. And actually now I see even one of our alumni here in the call. Hi, Nikos. And it's really, you can really see that we're all supporting each other all the time. So yes, this is absolutely amazing.
Oh my God, I could say it's exciting already about third wave. And after what you shared, I can feel that the academy, I mean, when we are in the academy, you're not just study, but you can be heard, you can be supported, you can be surrounded by experts who are willing to take your feedbacks all the time, where your passion can be nurtured. And when you complete the program, you're going to be out there with enough ability, enough strength to be a good developer. Yeah, and that's all that can happen with academy. So everyone, please take the chance. Yeah, the third wave is lasting. So yeah, I mean, get into it. Yeah. And for a piece of advice as an education manager, so Miss, do you have any good pieces of advice for students that already joined or will join in the future to successfully complete the program?
Yes, so I can definitely give some pieces of advice, but since we have an alumni here, maybe Nikas can also add something on from his student experience to it as well. So I would love to also have him on stage and join and share his experience in that as well. But kind of from my perspective, from what I see, is definitely the advice that I would give is getting your technical skills. So the Rust skills, making sure that you have good knowledge of Rust to be able to succeed at the academy. That's for one. And then, of course, come with an open mind, with an eagerness to learn. Be there fully immersed in the 5 weeks. So if you're there, really focus on the blockchain and really enjoy the time you're there at the academy and network. So it's going to be a very intense program. And of course, it will take a lot of your time in terms of learning and studying and doing the assignments, but do definitely take the time to network with others, to get to know others, and also being open to learning from your peers. Because one of the feedbacks we get from the alumni again and again is that it's so valuable to have different developers from all around the world, because everybody comes with their own skill set. And when you come together in a group, you share your knowledge, and it's so much easier also to succeed at the academy with the assignments, but also to learn. So this is one of the advice I would give.
Well, that's really amazing. I think to me, being open-minded is very important. You're ready to listen, you're ready to learn, you're ready to show what you still weak, and also ready to acquire all the feedbacks, all the advice from the experts, from the classmates. I think that's very important. Yeah, thank you so much. I think it's very, very lovely pieces of advice. Yeah. So, Mr. Nico's here. Yeah, so I kind of want to hear some of your thought about the academy, and also if you have any advices for students, please share it. Yeah.
Nikas?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Are you asking me? Hello?
Yeah, I'm asking about what you feel about academy, and so do you have any advices for someone who still hesitates to join in the program, someone who still don't have the courage to join? So do you have any advice for them? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I was not expecting to talk to so many people. I just joined to hear what everybody has to say, but it's great to be on stage. Thank you for that. First advice I would give is don't hesitate at all. It's one life. It's amazing. It's an amazing experience. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity to do so and get and get taught by the best in the ecosystem and the people who actually write the code. Second advice would be to listen everything. We had students, like I was around 70 people approximately, and we had people who were very competitive at the beginning, and then they realized that it's not about being competitive. It's totally about collaboration, about helping each other, about like hold my hand and we're gonna go up this hill all together. And everybody, like in the first week, everybody was collaborating, everybody was taking care of each other, helping each other to go to cross the end line. And finally, last advice is, if you manage to pass the exam, if you manage to be ready to attend the Polkadot Blockchain Academy, get some sleep, because you're not going to get any sleep for these 5 weeks if you're going to be there.
Yeah, thank you so a lot. I think that's very amazing. Yeah, and I think it's really helpful for students, for someone who still hesitate to join the program. So everyone, it's like he said, it's a one life experience. So you're gonna regret, yeah, not to once get to know about it, once get to experience about it. Yeah. So for the last question, I think it's relaxing. Yeah. So uh, if you have to say 3 words or 3 sentences to express how you're proud of the Academy, so what would they be, Mr. Nikos and Ms. Alexandra?
Alexandra, you may go first.
You sure? Okay, thanks, Nikos. So my 3 words would be transformative, because I think it really transforms students' lives. Impactful, because it's really impactful for the Polkadot ecosystem, bringing out so many talented developers into the ecosystem ready to build. And then thirdly would be community focused, because really, as also Nikos just mentioned, the Academy is all about building a strong and supportive community within the ecosystem. Nikos, over to you.
You've been talking for the past 15 seconds, and I tried to think of some words. I have no words to explain what this is. It's a community. It's. I have no words. I literally have no words to describe it. It's amazing. It's amazing being part of alumni program. It's amazing of the experience we had when we were there. I have no 3 words to describe the experience.
Yeah, but we kind of got you, Mr. Nikos. Like, how you so proud of like what the Academy done so far, and it's always put the community in priority about their need. And I think the Academy is just so great to be built. Yeah, based on what the community need is the education. I think education is getting more and more important than ever. Yeah, so Academy is like a lifesaver for someone who's still struggling, for someone who's still confusing with the technology, with what is going on with the blockchain. I think it's really good news for us, and we really appreciate what you guys done so far. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's the last question, and we have been through so many good information about the Polkadot Blockchain Academy. How does it work? About a third wave as well, and how can you join in the Academy? And that's all very amazing. I'm so happy to host this debate. Yeah. So before we say goodbye, Ms. Alexandra or Mr. Nikos, do you have any words left, or you have any announcement left for the listeners today before we say goodbye?
Yes. Well, first of all, thank you very much for this opportunity to speak at this space and be able to share the story of the Academy with this lovely audience. It's really important for us also that everybody knows about the Academy, and that really the people who would want to join, who would want to come and enter the Web3 space, know about this amazing opportunity and be able to upskill and really enter and become blockchain builders in a way. So look out for the future waves. Definitely follow us on the social media. Also, we have on our YouTube channel, we have stories from the alumni. We have podcasts with them where we dive deeper into their experience with the Academy. So you can definitely learn a little bit more about actually who the people are who graduate from this amazing educational program and what advice they share. We recently had like a special roundtable with the alumni from Wave 1 and Wave 2 where they talked about their various experiences. It's really important. They give some nice advice for future students. So look out for that and follow us and apply when you have the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Alot. It's really lovely. So how are you, Mr. Nikos? Do you have any words left for the listeners today?
Yeah, I just add on top of what Alexandra said to the people who are listening, that do not hesitate to apply. it's literally you learn everything from scratch. It's totally worth it. It's an eye opener. Follow what the Polkadot Blockchain Academy is doing. Follow the alumni from the academy. You will see everybody who graduated, either teaching in the PBA, giving speeches on Twitter, talking on Decoded, working in the ecosystem. Follow this amazing program because it's again once in a lifetime experience.
Yeah, thank you, Stella. That's very amazing. So everyone, do not hesitate to get engaged in the academy, to the third wave, and also we have future waves coming up. So stay tuned about that as well. So I think the MA is not long enough to cover all things about academy. So if you want further information, you can go to the social media, to YouTube, to the Twitter, to get more docs about academy and also how to apply in detail. Yeah, so if you have any questions, you can DM us or you can DM Polkadot Blockchain Academy. So we're gonna have it connected to the speaker, to the experts. I'm gonna try to give it back to you as soon as possible. Yeah. So once again, thank you, Ms. Alexandra and Ms. Nikos, for coming here and great sharings. We really, really appreciate that. It's one of the most special episodes to me ever. And also thank you, Polkadot Blockchain Academy, for giving us a chance to be your bridge to the community today. And that's really great pleasure. Yeah. So once again, thank you all the listeners who have joined us still this way. Yeah, and really appreciate that. And I think it's time for us to say goodbye. So goodbye, everyone, and have a nice rest of your day. Yeah, see you soon.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.